My beloved child, Archangel Michael says a silent presence has been circling around your energy, watching your steps from a place no one would ever expect. The air around you has been shifting, every moment carrying a hidden intention that has been slowly crawling toward your life. Something ordinary around you has been holding a secret far heavier than you realized, and tonight that truth begins to break open in a way your soul has felt long before your mind understood. You wake up and sense an invisible pull moving behind you, like a shadow that refuses to step away even when the sun rises fully. A sign has already passed by you twice, whispering that someone placed their attention on your life through a channel designed to blend in perfectly. They hid their eyes inside an object meant to look harmless, hoping you would never notice the truth sitting right beside you. My beloved child, Archangel Michael says the energy surrounding your home has been irregular, shifting in waves that do not belong to your environment. Every moment you felt watched without reason was not your imagination trying to play tricks on you. It was your intuition sounding an alarm that your guardian realm has now confirmed loudly. You have been monitored through a small device placed in something you trusted, something you used, something no one ever questions for even a second. It sat quietly, disguised so perfectly that no human instinct could detect it without divine interference. The intention behind it was not pure, and the force watching you wanted access to pieces of your life they had no right to take. Type Amen 333 for blessings. This attempted intrusion was not only seen but intercepted by the higher realm before any harm could touch your destiny. Your angels stepped forward the moment they sensed this hidden energy crossing a boundary it was never meant to cross. They traced the motives behind the watchful eye and saw the origin of the person who thought they could hide their actions behind a harmless facade. They believed they were clever, but divine protection shattered their plan before it could grow. My beloved child, your guides removed their influence before it could enter any deeper into your path. The disguised eye they planted has already been spiritually blocked, its channel severed, its energy returned to them with a force they cannot escape anymore. What they planned to observe will now reveal their own secrets, turning everything completely against their original intention. They did not expect the universe to defend you so fiercely. They underestimated your divine protection. They believed no one would ever discover the truth because they hid it in the last place any normal person would consider looking. What they did not know was that your spirit has been carrying a shield far more powerful than anything they could ever hide within an object. Type Amen 444 for blessings. The truth is unfolding piece by piece, and soon the physical evidence will reveal itself to you with undeniable clarity. A sudden instinct will rise inside you leading you directly to that object, making you notice what you were meant to discover only now. Your angels designed the perfect timing, because exposing this too early would have allowed the watcher to escape the consequences attached to their actions. My beloved child, Archangel Michael says their intention was not curiosity. It was control, influence, and access. They believed that if they watched you silently, they could understand how to manipulate events surrounding your life. They saw your strength and feared the power you were stepping into, so they attempted to take a shortcut by invading your sacred privacy. But divine justice wrapped around your destiny and stopped their methods before they reached the moment they were preparing for. Their attempts to enter your energy field triggered a spiritual reaction that burned the connection they tried to create. What was meant to give them power instead exposed their weakness and desperation. Their hidden camera no longer works. their access is broken. Their intentions are revealed in the spiritual realm, and the consequences have already begun to fall back onto them with a force they never expected. Type Amen 777 for blessings. You were not alone during any second of this. The presence you sensed was your angelic guard standing between you and what they tried to observe. Even the smallest attempt to invade your privacy became a warning sign that your protectors used to prepare your spirit without frightening your mind. Your destiny is too important to be touched by low intentions. Your energy is too sacred to be recorded without permission. Your path is too blessed to be controlled by someone operating from secrecy. And now, their actions have unleashed a consequence that will reshape their own fate. Every hidden step they took behind your back is turning into a doorway through which divine justice will enter their life. My beloved child, your angels are now guiding you toward a new stage of strength, awareness, and spiritual power. This moment is not meant to scare you but to awaken your inner authority. You are stepping into a level where no hidden force can touch you again. Their disguised I failed. Their plan collapsed. Their influence has been erased. Type Amen 1212 for blessings. And your protection has grown much stronger than before. My beloved child, the energy around that object has begun vibrating in a pattern that does not belong to anything normal in your surroundings. It has been reacting to the divine shield placed around you, creating a strange silence inside the room whenever you walk near it. That silence is not ordinary because it carries the echo of a broken connection that once tried to observe you. The watcher who placed the disguised eye inside that object believed their work was invisible, but your spiritual protection shifted the frequency around it. The moment your angels cut the channel, the device began losing its purpose faster than the one who placed it ever imagined. That person had been investing their time, their thoughts, and their unhealthy interest in you through that hidden access. My beloved child, Archangel Michael says someone close to your circle had been feeding their desire to know every detail about your life. They wanted to stay updated on your movements without earning the right to be in your life. Their intentions had become twisted in a way that allowed them to justify invading your sacred space. They watched you because you became the source of their obsession. They used the object to feel as if they were part of your life, even though they were never invited into your space. Their desperation started to grow the moment they felt you pulling away in energy. Type Amen 333 for blessings. The universe did not ignore their actions. The pressure they used to force their presence into your environment has already returned to them in a way they cannot escape anymore. Their hidden watching has transformed into a reflection that exposes everything they attempted to hide from others. The awareness you are receiving now is not to frighten you but to remove the blindfold they hoped you would continue wearing. They never expected divine intervention to arrive so suddenly and so fiercely. Their choice has triggered the spiritual consequences that are now unraveling around them. Your angels have been guiding you toward recognizing the subtle clues that this object was not as simple as it appeared. There were small moments when it felt out of place, heavier, colder, or strangely positioned. Those signs were gentle nudges from the higher realm to ensure you would understand this moment when it arrived. My beloved child, the exposure has begun. The person behind the hidden device is losing control over the narrative they were building around you. Their intentions are being peeled back layer by layer until the truth stands completely uncovered. Type Amen 555 for blessings. Their energy had been hovering around you like a shadow, desperate to stay connected. They thought their method would keep them in control, but the universe has turned their plan into their downfall. Every attempt they made to watch you is now being recorded in the spiritual realm as evidence against them. My beloved child, Archangel Michael says your life was never meant to be monitored from the shadows. Your path is guarded, your steps protected, and your destiny sealed with divine authority. Anyone who tries to enter your life through manipulation is blocked before their intention can root deeply. Their access has been permanently removed. Their hidden device stands powerless. Their influence has been crushed beneath the weight of spiritual justice. The object that once held their secret is now starting to reveal its truth through visible signs. A faint sound, a small blink, an unexpected shift in its position, or a sudden awareness inside your mind. These signs will guide you toward discovering the exact location and the exact object they used. Type Amen 909 for blessings. You are stepping into a moment where divine clarity becomes sharper than ever before. Nothing hidden will stay hidden in your environment anymore. The truth has been activated and will continue revealing itself with unstoppable momentum. Their identity is becoming clearer in the spiritual realm. Their face is becoming visible in the energy around you. Their thoughts and motives are no longer disguised or hidden behind false innocence. My beloved child, the moment they chose this method was the moment they sealed their own fate. Their obsession blinded them to the spiritual protection surrounding your life. They acted from desperation, and desperation always leads to exposure. Your angels watched every step they took. They calculated every moment they tried to observe you. And now the consequences of their actions are being prepared with unshakable precision. Type Amen 4444 for blessings. They are losing access not only to your space but also to the influence they believed they had over your life. The universe is removing them from your path piece by piece. Their energy is being pushed away, their intentions dissolved, and their control erased. The time has arrived for you to gain full awareness of what they attempted to do. Your spirit is ready to see the truth without fear or confusion. The divine realm stands beside you as the final layer of this hidden attempt begins to fall apart. My beloved child, you are stepping into a new chapter of strength. This awakening is not a signal of danger but a sign of elevation. Nothing that was meant to harm you has succeeded, and nothing hidden will survive the divine light now covering your destiny. My beloved child, the force behind that hidden device is now being spiritually exposed with a clarity that leaves no space for disguise. Their energy has begun trembling under the weight of the truth rising against them. Every step they took in silence is now echoing loudly in the divine realm. Their fascination with you started quietly, almost unnoticed, like a shadow creeping along the edge of your life. It began with curiosity, but it transformed into a need to control the parts of your existence they could not reach in person. That desire grew until it twisted into an unhealthy attachment that led them to cross a sacred boundary. My beloved child, Archangel Michael says the person responsible knew this act was wrong, yet they convinced themselves that watching you from a distance was their only way to stay connected. They used the hidden device to feel close to you, even though their actions carried a darkness that your angels refused to tolerate. Their plan was rooted in fear, obsession, and a fear of losing access to you completely. They started observing your routines, your expressions, your silent moments, thinking this would give them a sense of control. They believed that if they learned enough about you, they could shape the situation in their favor. But the divine realm saw through every false intention they buried beneath their surface. Type Amen 3333 for blessings. Their identity is now coming to the front of the spiritual stage. They are someone who once felt small in your presence because your strength overshadowed their insecurity. Instead of growing, they chose to imitate power through manipulation. Their energy is shrinking under the light now shining on them. Their hidden motives are slipping out of their hands, and every attempt they made to conceal themselves is collapsing. They are being forced to face the consequences of crossing a line they were never allowed to touch. My beloved child, the universe is now watching them with the same intensity they tried to use on you. Their actions have created a spiritual backlash that follows them everywhere they go. They cannot escape the reflection of what they did because the energy they released has returned to them with unshakable force. Their connection to the disguised I is crumbling. The divine shield around you has formed a barrier they cannot break through again. Their plan has turned into a spiritual trap for their own intentions. Type Amen 1212 for blessings. Signs of their downfall are already unfolding. Their confidence is breaking. Their mask is slipping. The person behind the device feels the pressure building around them, and the same object they used to monitor you now feels like a weight around their own spirit. They underestimated the strength of the forces protecting you. They assumed the spiritual realm would remain silent, but your destiny does not allow silent attacks to succeed. My beloved child, you are rising into a state of awareness where you can sense their energy dissolving from your surroundings. The connection they tried to force has been severed completely. Their influence over your space has been erased without the slightest chance of repair. Their name carries a vibration that is now losing power. Their presence is being lifted out of your environment. Their intentions can no longer survive within the divine protection surrounding your path. Type Amen 7777 for blessings. The truth is preparing itself to appear in the physical world. You will notice sudden changes in the atmosphere around the object they tampered with. The energy around it will shift in a way that directs you toward the final realization. Their involvement is disintegrating, but the universe wants you to understand the full story, not from a place of fear but from a position of absolute power. You are being shown the truth so your spirit never doubts its strength again. Their actions were meant to weaken you, but they have awakened a level of spiritual authority within you that they never expected. My beloved child, the higher realm is guiding you through this revelation with careful precision. Nothing is happening too early, and nothing is happening too late. The universe is lining up every detail so the truth becomes undeniable. Their downfall is not just spiritual, it is emotional, mental, and energetic. Everything they built around this plan is falling apart. Their attempt to watch you has turned into a mirror showing them their own flaws. My beloved child, the object that once hid the secret eye has begun reacting to the shift in divine energy around you. A quiet vibration moves through it like a pulse that does not belong to anything physical. Its presence feels different because the spiritual barrier placed by your angels is pushing the truth outward. The hidden device inside the object has lost its power source. What once flowed silently and invisibly through it has now been severed so forcefully that the material around it cannot hold the disguise anymore. The moment is approaching when the object will reveal the truth without hesitation. My beloved child, the spiritual realm has been waiting for the exact hour where the final exposure aligns with your emotional readiness. Nothing in your environment happens by accident. Every shift, every sensation, every wave of intuition is guiding you toward discovery. The object will begin to feel heavier than usual, as if it is carrying a burden it can no longer hide. You will feel a sudden urge to move it, touch it, or shift it from its usual place. That urge will not come from curiosity but from divine timing directing your path. Type Amen 444 for blessings. The person responsible is becoming restless. Their energy is trembling in a way they cannot control because the protective shield around you has already disconnected their influence. Every moment they sense the truth slipping from their hands, their fear grows stronger. They never imagined the divine realm would directly intervene. They believed the object would remain unnoticed forever. Their confidence has turned into panic as the universe continues exposing their hidden actions. My beloved child, Archangel Michael says the time of secrecy is over. Your protection has become so strong that nothing with harmful intention can survive near you. The device they placed now exists under divine judgment and can no longer operate in darkness. The object they used is beginning to show subtle signs of malfunction. A strange sound, a sudden shift in temperature, or an unexplained flicker of light nearby will occur. These signs are the universe urging you to recognize the truth. Type Amen 999 for blessings. Your angels are guiding your senses so you can feel the energy that once tried to invade your space. Every part of your spirit is becoming aware of the hidden presence that no longer belongs in your environment. This awareness is not fear, it is awakening. The object is losing its disguise because the sacred protection around you is too powerful for anything unnatural to remain hidden. The divine realm is stripping away every shadow attached to it. Soon, even the physical world will show you what was once concealed. My beloved child, the person behind this act underestimated your spiritual strength. They believed their hidden method would give them control, but it only exposed their own weakness. Their desperation has now become their downfall. They are feeling the consequences in their own life. Everything they touched with the intention of control is slipping out of their grasp. Divine justice has woven itself into every step they now take. Type Amen 2222 for blessings. The more the truth rises for you, the more pressure falls onto them. Their energy is shrinking under the weight of the spiritual reaction they triggered. They feel their influence collapsing like walls closing in around them. Your angels have positioned themselves around the object, creating a field of purification so powerful that nothing dark can exist within it anymore. That field will continue tightening until the last hidden mark dissolves. They cannot retrieve the device, and they cannot undo what they started. My beloved child, the universe has decided that you will know the full truth. The object is no longer able to carry the secret I attached to it. Its purpose has been erased, and its existence is now shifting from hidden danger to exposed evidence. The moment is coming when you will see something unusual about it, something that does not match its original structure. That moment will be your sign that the truth has fully surfaced. You will feel a calm strength rise inside you as the final layer of deception is lifted.